This video is brought to you by Sleeper, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And right now, Sleeper is doing something crazy, unimaginable. Yes, Sleeper right now is giving you a free $20. Yep, free. All you have to do is be a new subscriber and download Sleeper, and Sleeper will give you $20 in your account to play your daily fantasy pick. So if you want to pick Dak Prescott to go over his passing yards because he's playing at an MVP level, just use Sleeper. And also, if you want to make a deposit, use the code CFO. Sleeper will match 100% up to $100. So download Sleeper, get your free $20 to play daily fantasy sports, and also use the code CFO to get 100% up to $100 on your match. And let's go get this money, gang. What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good Friday, gearing up for the weekend. I'm about to go to the movies, man. I'm about to go to the movies. Y'all know I'm a horror movie fan. The Strangers 2. You know, I didn't watch the reviews because I didn't want any spoilers or anything like that. I was going to go see it last week. My wife was like, I can't go see it without her. So I'm about to head to the movies. But we got some things to talk about. We got some exciting football to talk about. My Noles play versus the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow. Hey, last week took an L, but tonight we bounce back. Hey, wake up every night and then my account stacks. Hey, knew that it was real. Florida State, we gonna bounce back versus Miami. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let's go, Tommy. Let's go, Tommy. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. But when it comes to my Dallas Cowboys, there is a lot going on. And I wanted to address this, and I kind of addressed it in a roundabout way on Twitter. And of course, everybody on Twitter, Tuck, what do you mean? Tuck, what do you mean? 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 All right. Well, allow me to elaborate on what I was talking about. All right. When it comes to the Dallas Cowboys defense, all right, Matt Eberflus, he's on thin ice with me. He and his staff is on thin ice with me. You got 2 more games. But if you struggle versus the Jets and the Panthers, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. We're going to be shooting in all cylinders, right? So Matt Eberflus is walking on thin ice, but it seems like there's something when it comes to maybe the secondary and Trayvon Diggs and the scheme. Now, I've been saying this very vocally on this channel. Trayvon Diggs, love him. I got his autographed rookie cards right here. And I was trying to give them away to y'all, but y'all didn't know the damn fight song, so I kept them for myself. All right? But Trayvon Diggs, you now have the mark of the beast. And what do I mean by the mark of the beast, bro? Anytime the Cowboys' gears start to turn about moving on from a player, you start seeing the media slander and all sorts of stuff really pick up because they have now pointed their sights at you. All right. Now, going back to Trayvon, we know he had the injury last year, had to battle back this offseason. Okay. 1, they also drafted Siobhan Revel. So Siobhan Revel in the 3rd round was kind of a play. Okay. You just traded for Kyer Elam. You just signed for Deron Bland, so who could possibly Siobhan Revel be coming to replace? Oh. All right. Then you lose Al Harris, who has been your mentor, your guide, your friend, your trusted coach that's helped you excel throughout your course of your career. Then you have the fine for training out in Florida, so you had that whole scrutiny with the Joneses. And then to pour salt on the wound, they sent your dog packing. All right. So what I want fans to really understand, there is a human element when it comes to these players. I know we live in an AI world right now, but they're not robots. There's going to be some emotional disconnection. All right. So has Trayvon been probably the happiest in the building? Probably not. I wouldn't be personally, right? You know what I'm saying? If we were doing cover 3 and all of a sudden ESPN got rid of Roman DMV and replaced them with some other people, I probably wouldn't be a happy camper either. you know. But I will say this. If I could give Trayvon some advice, because what happened was he went and spoke to Matt Eberflus about playing more man than zone. Matt Eberflus kind of said in a roundabout way, nah, it's not going to happen. We're going to still play zone, all right? And then Brian Schottenheimer circled back around today and said, yeah, me and Trayvon had a conversation, and we left it at agree to disagree. So it sounds like the coaching staff isn't swaying towards Trayvon's way, all right? But Trayvon, if I can give you some advice for someone who's been through, because this doesn't happen just in the sports world. It happens in the corporate world. It happens at the day-to-day jobs, right? Getting managed out. And what do I mean by managed out is when your management and the company starts doing extra shit to either get you to quit, so they ain't got to pay you unemployment, or, you just can't take it no more and you crumble and you give them a reason for them to let you go, all right? So my advice to Trayvon is don't give them a reason, all right? We know everything is already set in stone for you, right? But what your job is to go out there and be petty and raise the price, right? Raise it. Put it back in their face. And you have a teammate that does an incredible job at this. Dak Prescott. Dakota Rain Prescott, anytime the Joneses start doing some funny stuff and trading for Trey Lance, or say that Dak is on a prove-it deal, or they do some funny business with Dak, Dak goes out there and ball. Dak goes out there and ball. And they have no choice but to fold. All right? So, Trayvon, that is my only advice to you. Just go out there and ball and put it back in their face, bro. I see the setup, but I'm getting old. Y'all see these grays poking through. I can't defend the mark of the beast for another offseason when it comes to the Cowboys. You and Terrence Steele just got it. All right? Wish you the best of luck. The Micah thing, I gave it all I had. You know what does Shannon Sharp say? At the end of the day, when I lead this, just know, Cowboys Nation, I gave it everything I had. Defend the Micah Parsons slander, I gave it everything I had. I ain't got nothing left, right? But Trayvon, my advice for you is just go out there and ball, put it back in their face, and force them to make a tough decision. But if you go out there publicly slutting, that's all the excuse that they need, and knowing this fan base, they will ride along with it. Now, speaking of riding along, the running back 2 position has been a conversation point since I don't know when. Javonte Williams is playing well. Javonte Williams is playing outstanding football, but it's not enough, right? It's not enough. We still need that extra. And there's a possibility Miles Sanders could give it a go, but he could be out. But now we finally get to see our 5th-round draft pick in Jaydon Blue, and expectations are through the roof. I can hear the excitement in the comments right now. Now, Jaydon Blue, trying to be too cute, dog, went out there in some Louis Vuitton cleats and shit, and his feet was hurting, getting blisters. Hey, bro, now's not the time to try to get cute. Get in the end zone, then get cute, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you got to wear some old busted down Adidas or Reebok cleats that's going to help your feet not get blisters, then that's what you're going to wear for the next 2 weeks, bro. We worry about the Louis Vuitton stuff later down the road, right? Get active first before you want to stunt, all right? But when it comes to Jaydon Blue, the one thing I believe is going to give us is a boost on special teams, because Devontae Turpin should be out, right? But he also gives us a guy out in space that can create not only in the run game, but also in the passing game. This is a guy that can be a matchup nightmare for linebackers, some safeties as well, because he did at the University of Texas. Also, he's a crease and cut guy that can hit his head on a goalpost. So now what Cowboys fans have been longing for is that thunder and lightning. Now, hopefully he's the lightning. If not, I got some other options, right? But hopefully the next 2 weeks, which is extremely important for this Dallas Cowboys team offensively and defensively, to show that they can compete and just go out there and handle business. Now, getting to my tweet. Defensively, we have Justin Fields in our office like a little right? And you also have Bryce Young in Carolina. We'll get to that next week, all right? Matt Eberflus, I know you want to stand firm and say, my defense is my defense. It just is what it is. If your defense struggles versus the Jets and the Panthers, this defense will fold on you, and what Cowboys fans will experience is another 2020 when the defense gave up on Mike Nolan. So you need to figure it out. So you might have to maybe not play man, but maybe play some match zone with some man principles baked up into it. But if we go out there and we struggle defensively versus the Jets and the Panthers, this team is probably going to give up on you, Matt Eberflus, and just fold. All right, so we got to be careful of that because we went through that in 2020 with Mike Nolan, and I can't do a whole season of that. I cannot waste an MVP caliber season of Dak Prescott under a Mike Nolan-esque defense, all right? So, Trayvon, step up. You are one of the leaders on this team. You can get this team and defense going, all right? It sucks, bro. I get it. But it's going to be on your shoulders. Matt Eberflus, don't be that old stern-ass coach. Sometimes you have to adjust. Dan Quinn did it. Mike Zimmer did it. Your ass going to have to do it too. And offensively, Jaydon Blue, now is the opportunity, the moment we've all been waiting for. Go out there and show improvements. It's your boy, J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. If you love Cowboys content in the right space, love college content in the right space, love draft content, you are in the right spot, right? If you love film study, you are in the right spot. So turn on that notification bell so you do not miss out. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. And Jaydon Blue, let's turn up, bro. Now's your opportunity. Peace.